guys, so let me just take a minute here. I wanted to do to chit chat about a couple things. I want to talk about the 8-week course that I'm doing. So a lot of times people will message me and they will ask, Terry, I want to take your financial coaching. So where do I start? So here's the starting point, you guys. This 8-week financial course, $56. You go into a group that's called Build Generational Wealth with Terry Collins, and you get it sent to your email. You're getting worksheets. So our very first week of creating this, so it's something I've been doing for 2 years, but now I'm actually putting it into a course, and it's something that you can access over and over and over again. And I don't even care, you guys, if you're like a paparazzi consultant or you do Color Street, I don't even care if you take your groups and you say, hey, let's all meet once a week, and you guys stream it onto your TV and you do it with your teams, right? Because that's what we want, is for people to be financially healthy and strong. So even if you purchase it and then you take it and you stream it with your group and print out the worksheets, I mean, have at it, because I want people to have this information and share the information, right? So anyway, so it's going to get sent to your email, which means that you don't have to be physically there in person. You can be there physically in person, but you don't have to be. And so if people are feeling like, oh, I'm going to hit 1 week, not miss a week. So you can take it in the comfort of your own home, and you don't have to be there at 7:00 on Monday, because it's getting streamed into the Facebook group. Plus you're going to get it in your email. So like I said, take a folder, title it 8-week financial coaching. And then every time you get the email, just put it in that folder. And then anytime you want to reference it. So if you have teams of people that you're working with, invite your teams to your house, and then watch it together, pull the worksheets out and do the worksheets together, because we talk about separating business from personal. So this 8-week course, you guys, you know how you hear people saying, oh, I wish I would have learned that at home, or I wish I would have learned it in school. Well, you know what? Class is in session. That's what I'm saying. Class is in session, and I think is a lot different than what most people think. Now, for those who are interested in real estate afterwards, after the 8 weeks, there's going to be a 5-week bonus session where you can hop on a Zoom with me for 5 weeks. And so that is probably not going to have a replay. So I just want to let everybody know, a heads up there, that's not going to get emailed to anyone. The 5 weeks is a bonus, and you have to actually be on the Zoom with me, because that's different type of information. And sometimes to give too much information until somebody's mind is ready for it can be not good, and actually even dangerous, I think. So because we don't want people implementing things when they're not ready to implement things, right? And so, but for anybody who's interested in real estate investing, after the 8 weeks, there's going to be a 5-week bonus where you can hop on a Zoom, and I share real estate strategies with you that I share with the investors that I have, so I share, like right now, like I just created a plan for an investor, which is how to, what was important to them was getting their kids to college and having $75,000 a year passive income through rentals. And so I created a plan based on where they were starting and what they wanted for the financial future, and so I create different plans like that based on where someone's starting. And so as a bonus, we're going to have 5 weeks after that. So that's because we didn't want to include that in the 8 weeks, because in case somebody wasn't interested in real estate investing, I wanted it to be really getting a grip on your finances, staying ahead of inflation. And it's stuff that you can watch over and over again. You can apply the worksheets. So the cool thing too, you guys, is it kind of started because we are doing it as a fundraiser. So proceeds are going to help missionaries that our church has been supporting for like over 7 years. A typhoon wiped everything out. So I do want to take a second to just say thank you to all my family and friends who are like, Terry, I'm not really interested in your financial coaching, but I always like to support what you're doing, and you bought a ticket just to support it. I just want to tell you thank you for that, because that's the thing that Steve and I like to do. We have mission-minded acts of service. And so whenever we see a need, we're like, okay, what is it that we can do to help with that need? And so this is something that has developed from that. So I'm pretty excited about that, because God kind of moves you. The other thing is, God kind of moves you sometimes even when you don't want to move there, right? The other thing sometimes is, even though even though after talking to these young guys, I realized that, this is good information for people to have, and not everybody knows a realtor, not everybody knows someone to help them with their finances, and so if you are a team leader and you have, like I said, you can take these videos, this 8-week course, and you can stream it to your TV. I just learned how to do that. I can have stuff on my iPad and I can stream it to my TV, and you can have your team or a group of people or your family sitting in your own living room watching it and doing the worksheets, and you could go through it together, and I think that if you are, like, let's say you're a paparazzi consultant, or if you happen to be hopping on here and you have some type of sales business like that, drop in the comments, let me know what you guys are doing, but invite people to your house, and I think it's something that you can go through together, like every 6 months. And if you go through it every 6 months, you're going to help your team to be financially healthy and strong. So it's good, solid information. Like I tell everyone, I'm not strong with technology. In the last couple of years, I've been getting stronger and stronger. And so everything I do keeps improving. But the information, the financial information that I share is solid and it's doable. And we have made it so that people feel like it's something that you can really do. And you do want to get out of avoidance mode. Like, you really, really want to know, because the truth is life isn't going to get better unless you start, if your finances are a mess, you want to improve your finances. If your finances are good, you want to still keep implementing these steps because you want to stay ahead of inflation, and if your finances get really good, like one of the questions we ask in the course is, how much is enough, right? How much is enough that if you earn that amount? This one comes from one of the books I like to recommend, which is a Bible study by Ron Blue called God Owns It All. Right? And a big question that I took away from that, which I always ask everyone in my financial coaching, is how much is enough? Like, how much is enough that if you earn that amount, you would give the rest away? Like, what's that number for you? And how do you get to that point where you get into overflow, right? Because you guys, how many people were affected by COVID? What if the government wouldn't have given you money, right? And here's the thing, you can position yourself in a way financially where you stay ahead of inflation, and you can position yourself in a way where you get into financial overflow, which means you have what you need and you have more, that it goes through in you and through you, right? Really, honestly, my pastor said something to me that has just stuck with me for like a year, because I was complaining that I was like, wow, we're constantly getting all this stuff, and I can give it to people who need it, but I'm like a minimalist, so I don't like stuff in my house. And if you come to my house, you'll see seasons where we're like getting flooded with stuff. And what he said to me was, Terry, if God can get it to you, through you, he will get it to you. And now, even though I like to have my home in order and I'm a minimalist, I've started creating organized piles so that if things come to us, we can get it to the people that need it. But you can live your life that way, you guys. You don't have to be on this financial roller coaster ride. And so this 8-week course, so it's a course that you can watch over and over again. It's a course that you can do with your family and your team. I don't care if you print out worksheets. So every week you're going to have a worksheet, and then at the end of it, you can print out like a whole workbook. I just recommend that you do it every 6 months. And what you're going to find is you're just going to keep advancing financially. So finances don't have to be hard. This is designed for the person who's just tired of being on that roller coaster ride. 1 minute everything is okay, the next minute it's not. 1 minute everything is okay, the next year it's not, right? And also, like I said, there's a lot of people who are, these last couple of years have brought a lot of concerns, and have I've noticed more and more conversations. I think that we should be having conversations about finances, right? So it's realistic steps that you can do. One of the weeks we have is the most commonly asked questions. So that is on week 7, right? So you guys, if you have questions, you can email it to me at askterrycollins@gmail.com. And I don't know, I might actually email out like I might do a video on what's the most commonly asked question. If you're on my email, I'll send it out to you and answer it. But I get questions like, what do I do if I'm so far behind, but I'm not making enough money to pay all my bills right now? I get questions like, what do I do if I'm the only one who wants to save and my spouse doesn't save, right? I mean, it's real legitimate questions, you guys, if you're not the only one, you know, the only one handling the finances. They're like real legitimate questions that you get. So I'm pretty excited about this course. I'm pretty excited about seeing people just get ahead financially. And for me, I am excited that, you know, there's a couple guys who are purchasing it. I mean, people can purchase it from different states, but I want people in my area, Dover, Delaware, to be financially healthy and strong. And so I just want to infect my community with this. And I'm hoping that these guys who were like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for something like this, I'm hoping that years down the road, they're going to infect their community, you know. And if you are with teams of people, you know, like you're a direct sales network marketer, or you're an entrepreneur and you have teams of people, I hope that you renew the minds of your team with this information and help them get into a healthy and strong place financially. So, okay, that's going to be my talk for today. But I did want to let everybody know that it is something that you can watch over and over again. You can get it online. Oh, cool. So there is a delay. So 30 minutes. It is something that you can get online, and you can't beat the price. $56. You're not going to, you know, I mean, you spend more than that for dinner. Like, you're not going to get a better deal than this. The information is solid, and I really believe in you. You can do it. We want to be good stewards of what God has given us. And I do have to tell everybody that I'm so thankful to be doing it at a church, and that it's going to be recorded at a church, because it is based on biblical principles. I'm going to pray over people's finances. I was in prayer about that. And I think that I'm just going to include a prayer, because I had someone say to me last week, wow, when you told me you prayed over your finances, I wasn't even sure if that was okay. So God is in the details of your life, and it is okay to pray over your finances, right? And it is okay to pray for abundance, so that your family can be comfortable and you can be blessed to be a blessing to other people, right? Earn more so you can give more. It is a thing. It's hard to think about that if, you know, you don't have a grip on your own personal finances. So that's what we want you to do first. We want you to get into a healthy and strong place so that you can be a generous giver. So I am going to talk about scripture verses, share personal stories, and then share testimonies of people who have gotten good results from applying these steps, right? It's like I said, it's not a buffet. You actually want to do all of the steps, but you can grow into it. And you guys, you can do it. I mean, I should introduce myself, right? I'm the Paula Finances. Like, I've made every single mistake that you can make in your finances. And I know that if I can learn this and renew my mind in this way, I know that you guys hearing this information, you can do it, right? Life doesn't have to be hard financially. I mean, there's so many things that make life hard. It doesn't have to be hard financially. So going to be some, you know, so just want to let everybody know it's from a biblical foundation, and we're going to talk about scripture verses too. So, all right, you guys. So as always, from my heart to yours, may God bless your efforts to be physically and financially healthy and strong, right? Love you guys.